Good morning, everybody. Daniel Allison. And yes, I've got the mug and the squeezer this morning. Good morning, Fred Blanton. How are you?
The mug and the squeezer.
The mug and the squeezer.
The first challenge of the day. Can the average dude squeeze and drink at the same time?
Okay, here we go. The first sip, first ever squeezer sipper. Oh, baby. You know it's going to be a good day.
Wow.
When he's able to take a sip and squeeze, and I'll tell you why else it's a good day. When you do 200 of these, you start picking up on patterns. When I have that timing right, I've never, ever had a bad day or a bad show when I hit live and it's perfect, right on time, live 7:55, and it just starts perfect. Boom. Man, it makes me feel good. Fred, how are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling tall, dark, and handsome, which is the same way I felt yesterday at 7:55. What kind of coffee are you drinking today?
I am drinking it's a double shot espresso with a splash of coffee.
Get it, boy.
Costa Rica style. Now
I have the Brazil.
Oh, Brazil. Now you crush them beans up, grind your own beans in the mornings?
No, I let them other people do it.
I got you.
I can't be making all that racket in the morning.
No, man, it is loud. It is a loud sound, but I do like the smell. I like the process, the whole thing there. You know, we talked about in the beginning, we were doing this, and we've done this every single day, and you start learning things. You pick up on patterns on yourself. What I have started noticing is me talking too much.
Really?
Yes, I know that's hard to believe, but what happens, you get you a double shot espresso, you get excited, and then you're doing what we're doing, which is it's not an easy thing to start when you're not sure what you want to talk about. So the tendency is to want to do what I'm doing right now.
And you cannot stand about 3 seconds of silence.
Oh, it pains me. And you know that. And so what you do, and I told you this before the show, and I'm being completely straight up about this. Russ Hammond, good morning.
Guess who else is here?
Susmitha. Oh, baby. I told you it was going to be a good show.
Let's go, girl.
I'm telling you. We got a mug from Susmitha, and she's super busy, working hard, doing great work, doing great things. So our feelings aren't hurt, but we like kidding with her about it. But now what I would say is that we've learned a lot from doing this program. And one of the things that I've learned is to slow down, to accept that when someone doesn't say, yeah, amen, you right, that doesn't mean that you have to keep talking.
Or if someone is saying something, then they pause briefly to move on to the next thing.
Hey, but you know what? This right here is growth, right? Talking about the things that, because when I saw that yesterday, when I played back yesterday, I want everybody that's Susmitha, Russ Hammond, and everybody else that watches this later on, go back and watch the beginning, and this played out in yesterday's program. And as it's happening, right, you're like, dang it, I'm talking too much. I need to stop talking.
So is there a way to have great energy, contagious energy, but still slow down?
That is what my dad calls the Chris Paul move. You know, Chris Paul has that great stop and go, the stutter step.
Yep.
It's speed under control, which is, hey, I never had that playing ball either, right? You get out of control. It's like one speed, go. And so in my speaking and my communication, talking fast and not being able to deal with silence, that's all part of the whole deal. It's who we are, and that's why I talk about it so much. But absolutely, to answer your question.
So this morning, as I'm walking through the office, I like to kind of walk with purpose, right? I'm trying to do things, get to places. I like to speak with intention. There's not a lot of wasted energy in certain areas, but as I'm telling a young man that I work with, good morning, I can just tell his energy is really off. He's dragging, as I'd like to say it. He's got that. I'm so slow, man. I'm barely moving.
Yeah.
And I said, good morning, man. Glad to see you. Morning. And I said, wow, don't let your energy overwhelm me today.
Oh, no. What did he say?
Nothing. So what causes low energy? What causes someone to come to work and have just a wee bit of energy?
Life is heavy. Life is hard. Those who have the energy are very intentional, that have the right mindset. They're very intentional about it, and they have to do the work. So I would say with him, it could be a variety of things. Maybe he stayed up too late, right? Maybe he ate too much. Maybe he drank too much. Maybe he's got personal problems that he's coming into work. There's things probably going on in his life. And so what does he need? What does he need? And what do we all need? What does DJ need? Good morning, DJ, to have a great day. Because there's things, you and I, we have trained ourselves, and I can speak to myself. You can speak to you. For me, there were times when I would go into work dragging, right?
Yeah.
What changed? I started doing the activities, as you said, a great Sunday night turns into a great Monday morning. So that young man, unfortunately, probably didn't do the things that it takes to feel good, or doesn't have the hope. He doesn't have the, I used to be the guy that would always want the gatekeeper to be smiling at me and rainbows and butterflies. Well, dang it, she's got a life. She doesn't want to be happy. She wants you to tell her what you want and to get out of her face. I mean, but that's her job.
And this guy is young.
Yeah, I know. And
how do you reach somebody that is at that point already coming into work?
Okay. This is what I would say. You know what? Just my gut feeling, that young man needs to hear something that you recognize in him that's positive. You say, you know what? I've been watching you. I don't know what he does there, but watch him, observe him, and find something where it's like, oh, that's who he is. And then speak to that thing like, dude, I saw you do that thing. That's your thing. And what's like,
you know what I'm going to do? When the show is over, he has on a very bright Bobcat orange polo shirt today. I'm gonna go straight to his office and say, dude, I meant to tell you earlier, that shirt looks fantastic on you.
No, Fred, let me preface that. Let me say this.
Is that not a good idea?
No, don't do that. That maybe that lands wrong. So who I have in my head and who I'm envisioning, it might be a different person. So I'm not going to give any more suggestions. But a lot of times, that's something I was thinking about yesterday. People need recognition and validation, right? The world is starved for it, and everybody has those things, and so we need to look for. Hey, speaking of skills, David Turner and giraffes, baby giraffes, punk. Completely kidding. We need to watch First Sip. That's a win to start the day. You made up for it. Yesterday, he called me a baby giraffe. Today, he's telling the folks to watch the very program that me and Fred are a part of. Get him a good cup of coffee. Now, there you go. And a pair of boots. He would love a pair of good boots with that orange shirt.
He does need a pair of good work boots because he typically wears tennis shoes here.
We getting ready to sell some shoes. Hey, we are doing this today. I don't even care if we have a quote. We are doing this, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, please, may I have your attention?
Quote of the day. Quote of the day. Get your mind right.
The last one.
You did it?
One. No. The last one is not fixed.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I was so excited over the one that was, I missed the last one.
I know. And I could have just let it play. But here's the thing. A little bit of effort, a little bit better every single day. I'm not going to be the guy that dots every I and crosses every T tomorrow.
Why not?
But maybe I dot a few. Maybe I dot a few of them. Okay. Hey, I do have a quote. And that quote is, boom. Back to the basics.
Do one thing every day that scares you. Now, yesterday, did it scare you to fix every letter? And that's why you only did a portion of it?
No, so that's the kind of thing. That's not scary. That's one of those things where it's, Daniel, take a deep breath, focus, do something like this, and just get this little tiny thing done. But to me, my next keynote speech is going to be about courage. And for me, that has been the thing that I just doubled down on, right? It's not what lies behind us or what lies in front of us or what was behind us or what lies in front of us, but focusing on the present moment. And if we want to be our best self, we got to grow, and we grow through courage. And it doesn't mean that we have to jump off of a bridge or jump out of an airplane, but doing things that, again, uncomfortable. We hear it, it's overplayed, but I think sometimes we miss those opportunities. When I read that this morning, it triggered something. It reminded me, every room that we go into, we have an opportunity to do something that's scary, something that's a little uncomfortable. Maybe it's just present a little bigger, say something that we normally wouldn't say, speak to someone that we wouldn't normally speak to. I love what Mel Robbins, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. You have a thought, man, I should talk to that person. Man, I should go in there and see if they're doing that. Man, I should, whatever that is, as soon as you feel it, just know the shorter the time between the feeling, the catalyst, and the action, we know that we're on our game, right? Oh, I should do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I should do, oh, that's scary. They're going to reject me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Fred?
Over time, do you think that things get less scary? 21, 22, 25 years in the same industry, doing very similar things, you kind of build up this tolerance to something pushing you out of your comfort zone.
Yes.
What do you do then?
You start looking very hard. You look, again, it doesn't matter. You've been selling Bobcats for a long time. There's things that even you can do within your world that will stretch you, that will push you, that will make you better. Now, I don't know what those things are. And I love the pause. And let me tell you, Mr. Fred Blanton, let me tell Fred something this morning live on air. Yes, doing something every day, getting used to it, just like we've done this. This show today, I wouldn't have been able to do this program a year ago. Why not? We've talked about Daniel being a baby giraffe. We've talked about a lot of things about me personally that I didn't have the experience to talk about publicly, right? And so doing things every day, being more comfortable with who we are, that's what everybody else is looking at. We might as well figure out who that is.
in weird ways, and whether it's jokes, experiences, failures, it builds courage, just like you were talking about, and it builds confidence.
It does. And even taking the little jabs and talking about you need to slow down and all of that. Susmitha, great to have you. David Turner, I'm not putting your smiley faces up, but I did like seeing them. Study the past. if you would like to define the future. Amen. Don't repeat those mistakes. I have written that down 1 or 2 times. Don't repeat mistakes of the past, and you will be on your game. Fred, final thought.
What scares you today? Determine what it is and go do it.
I love it. Let's roll. Bye-bye. I'm going to put my coffee down. Did I end it? I'm going to end it now.
Do it now.